Hey everyone, Dr. Geyer here. Today's video is inspired by the patient I had in my office last week who touched her mask about 50 times in the first 5 minutes of our appointment, and by people like myself and my mother-in-law who have very small faces and end up with a big old gap on the sides. And then I was at the grocery store last night and looking at kids wearing masks as they were falling off their faces, and their parents were trying to get them in surgical masks. So I want to talk about surgical masks here for a second and how to make them fit a little bit better to your face, okay? So here's a surgical mask, also called a procedure mask. A lot of them have this wire in the top. Those are the best ones. If you get them at the pharmacy, they don't always carry these, which makes it really difficult because it's very easy to pinch them to your nose. To put it on, sometimes people will do this incorrectly, so I just want to cover this, loop it in over your ear, pull it across, and the other side. You're not supposed to touch it. The other piece that you'll see is that one side, you can't see very well from this video, is always darker than the other. Now, some of these are yellow, some of these are blue. Mine is blue. You can't see it very well in this lighting, but the inside is more of it's a lighter color. The outside is darker. My particular mask, I wanted to do this at home where you could see me running it underwater, but you'll see the water bead up. And so that's the important piece of putting this darker blue section outwards. But what we're talking about today, I'm not going to go over different types of masks or any of that, is how to make this actually fit. So what I'm seeing a lot, this big old gap, not as useful. I myself have done this, and it was driving me crazy, where you loop it over here, around, and then you end up with this, which is okay, and then you try and tuck it in, and it's a mess, and it doesn't really work, and this isn't working, right? Not working all that well. Okay, so the little hack for this, take your mask, you want to actually tie a little knot right here on the corners. See that? Same thing with the other side. Little knot. Okay. You're going to open it up. Now here, you have to get rid of these. You want to tuck them in. Like this. Now, I'm going to put it on. I'm going to pinch my nose, put it on, make sure it's tucked in. Make sure it's tucked in. And now you don't have that big gap any longer. There we go, that's a better sign. Tucked in. Tucked in. Voila, it's not moving around. I can talk. It's not being pulled down my nose, which happens a lot. This actually happened to me yesterday when I wasn't paying attention. It was being pulled down and pulled down and pulled down when it didn't have that knot, and then it ends up here, which is not that useful. So make sure you're not wearing it under your nose. There's your little hack if you have a small face, if you have a kiddo wearing these, or if you just don't want it to keep coming down. This will help cup it if you don't have that little wire there. So I hope you found this helpful, and have a happy Thursday.